Hello and welcome back. We're on day 14, and since last video I made quite a bit of progress. I think last video the point we left off at was me importing the new animation. I'm not even sure if I picked one yet. I guess this is not final, but I think I'll stick with it for now. So since then I chose an animation. I added some VFX. Not everything that I said, only 2 so far. I fixed the hands clipping through the animation, or like through the legs in the animation. I also got I got him a bit closer to the card, like the whole foreground. Basically, I pulled everything a bit closer. So I'm just going to show you. So this is the latest state of the animation. So we have the guy pulling energies to both hands. It's quite interesting. Actually, I ended up learning so much about Niagara and VFX, and I thought it would just be like, oh, I'm just gonna do a tutorial, everything will be there, but I didn't find anything like this. I think I showed last video what I was based on. But then I was just asking a lot of questions to like Google or Gemini, and and I managed my way through Niagara, and I learned quite a lot. And then also the ball is based off of a tutorial, but I tweaked it a little bit and added some things. But in the tutorial, actually, let me pause for a moment. So yeah, I added the VFX, and actually I think I said everything that I did. So now we can switch to a time lapse of like, this is like 7 hours, I think, of yesterday and today. So here I'm creating oh, actually I didn't record the energy pulling one. That's from 3 days ago. But this is the energy ball effect. So that tutorial actually like just had it there, being there, and I had to figure out how to like make it ease in and stuff with the scale color and scale size, I think. But yeah, it was super interesting. And actually I ran into a problem which at first didn't really affect me, but then I was like, actually maybe I should figure it out. Apparently in Unreal, from Unreal 5.7 and now in 5.8, they don't have the starter content in the engine. Like even if you tick the engine content or whatever it's called. So I was really trying to figure out how to do it. I think it's maybe here. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to get it, but I ended up finding out that I have to download an older version and then copy those folders in another file. But anyway, I needed the starter content because in the tutorial he was using some textures, textures and materials from the starter content. And I think this is like the second part of yesterday, where I made some tweaks to the energy ball. No, I think here I'm starting to animate it and figuring out how to make it appear more smoothly. And maybe I can skip through a bit. Yeah, and here I was just, oh, and then I started fixing the animation with clipping through the legs, and oh my god, today I did it in a better way, but yesterday it was quite interesting. I'm sure I did it completely not in the cleanest way I can. I have no idea, like this is just me watching it a bunch of times. I have like no animation experience at all, especially like characters. You know, animating some objects here and there is no problem, or noise and whatever, but yeah, and especially in Unreal also. But today I got this thing on the right. It's an add-on called or a plugin called MetaHuman Animation Tool by Locodrome, I think. I found a video on YouTube and it was really helpful. But I wish I could because in the, I think the markerless mocap thing that I just do animation from video, it does everything in FK and not IK. So when I was trying to work with the IK controllers on the MetaHuman rig, it just wouldn't do anything. I'm not sure if it's normal or if I have to tick a box or anything. So I ended up like breaking things and making them look like janky, but I think I fixed them manually. And yeah, this was really not clean the way I did it, but it was quite interesting. And you see like me like messing with the fingers, and but in the end it's quite okay, I think. But I do think that I may go back and change my tweak my MetaHuman a bit, because at first I was trying to make him like based off some reference, and he had like really long forearms and shorter upper arms, and he was muscular. But I think I may just make this guy skinny, but for now I'm just gonna keep it this way. But he does feel a bit wonky. Yeah, so this is just me like rendering the animation and watching it a bit. I also animated the position of the energy ball coming in. So it's like, because it used to just, see now here it's like a bit, yeah, it spawns like at his chest level, but then it drops down a bit. And yesterday it wasn't like that. So yeah, I'm quite happy with where it is right now. I guess I'm actually at a point that I'm not. Oh, and also I added a temporary name. I'm not. I don't think this will be his name, but Shikari means the one that dwells in the mountain or something like that. Or like in the top of the mountain in Sanskrit. Shikhara is the top or the summit of the mountain. Or even I'm not even sure if it's necessarily the mountain. Anyway, the summit, top of something. And yeah, so maybe I need, or I can refine this effect a bit more, but it does represent what I want, like the upper energy in the lower one, and it's being pulled to his hand, sort of. I mean, it's bound to the bone of the hand, but maybe it could flow a bit better. I added like vortex noise or vortex force and curl noise. Curl force, I'm not sure what it's called. And it's looking a lot better than what it looked at the beginning. I'm not sure if I want to pull the energies from the top left and bottom right or just from the sides. But I think it's pretty cool. Maybe I'll add more particles. Maybe I'll do like a trail effects on them. I need to, or I want to also kind of represent the energy going into him, or at least to his hands. So maybe I'll do an emitter for that. And this is the first orb of the tutorial. Let me pull up PureF. Actually, I could also pull up the tutorial. One moment. Yeah, so, and this is the tutorial. So I could go on and do the other variations, because it's like using stuff from the previous version. So this is the one that I made and tweaked a bit. There's this, which is also really cool. And the one on the right is also super cool. Maybe in the beginning you can see. This is the first, second, and this feels like powerful. But we'll see. I think for now, the one I have is pretty nice. I also added a second swirly with the color more resembling the one from the bottom right. So there's like two colors in there and whatever. So I want to represent the energy going into him in some way. I mean, it could be really cool if I can somehow make the energy like come in and swirl down his arms and whatever, but we'll see. And I think last video I showed the effects or the tutorials that I found and the effects. I think I also, yeah, I took some screenshots here. So I based this off of this, but I ended up doing it completely differently. Oh yeah, maybe he can have some electricity in him. Maybe that can be enough. Fade in some sort of thing like this, or some aura like this. Actually, I was trying to do it with the, if you can see here, there's like some heat distortion around the ball. So I tried to do it all over his body, but it didn't really look so good. Yeah, so I think for the orb, this one is pretty nice. I may also try these, maybe later. This, maybe I can do a bigger, this is actually not a heat distortion, it's just like I found also a better one. Maybe I can have some of that behind him or something. Tornado, maybe it will be a bit too much. Maybe something like this around his feet. We'll see. And some sort of, this could also be around his feet, but maybe this, instead of being on the floor, it can be behind him, like some sort of yantra. I don't have a reference here, but yeah. So I'm not entirely sure what are my next steps. I think what I'm going to do is just keep adding effects for now. I guess I could flush this part and make it look nicer. Like maybe have a proper like platform, like a temple vibe. I think I also said it before. I think I should also get a better looking mountain behind. I'm not sure if I should like generate one with like Gaia, or just use the Unreal. There's actually the new mesh terrain thing in Unreal. Also, I feel like maybe I need to add more like secondary details here. In the foreground, definitely, and on the sides, maybe. Could be nice if I animate these clouds. I'm not sure even if I can, because it's just like this, I'm not sure what it's called. What is it called? Where is it? It's called heterogeneous volume. So yeah, I'm not sure how much I can animate them. And yeah, I can play around with maybe doing a yellow card. We'll see. And what else? I had one more thing I wanted to say. Oh, maybe the lighting and some clouds moving, like make it more dramatic and animate the lighting and stuff. Like maybe like that, and the moment he starts moving, everything else darkens. And yeah, I don't know. I'll do more effects for the next 2-3 days, but I'm really happy about all the stuff that I've been learning these past 2-3 days. Like all these like look how many, actually I'm not gonna go into all these keyframes and stuff. But yeah, so this was day 14, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.